Hey guys, Brody here from the Two Freaks, and I'd say maybe
Half an hour ago.
half an hour ago or so, we were hanging out around a little apartment building on our street, just a couple doors down, and we were just sitting on the stairs, and hanging out, and a guy crossed the street, walking our direction, yelled something. We didn't really understand what it said, what he said. So we just started walking back towards my house. But then we saw that he started turning towards us. So we walked by my house towards the school. We turned in the parking lot, waited there for a couple minutes, and turned around, and he was staring right at me, crossing the street towards us. So we started running back towards another fence to jump over it through someone's backyard. But we turned around, and he was walking towards us still, so walking pretty fast, right? So we jumped the fence as fast as we could. Patrick was freaking out, and it took him a while to jump the fence, so I don't know what he did. I know he jumped the fence eventually. Did you see what happened with Patrick?
What?
Did you see what happened with Patrick?
He got caught on the fence.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And then we saw the guy walking through the school, so we ran through someone's backyard. We didn't really care because we were I thought it was hilarious, but at the time, so we ran through there, turned left, and then that's where we met up with Patrick again. Patrick was freaking out, right?
What?
Patrick freaking out?
Yeah, he freaking out.
So yeah, we ran around the corner back to that little apartment building, and we saw him all the way down at the end of the street. He was crossing it, and then he looked over here, and I guess he saw us because we didn't know he saw us, so we started walking back towards my house. We looked around a car, and he was starting to walk back towards us. Got really bright. So we ran around, jumped over someone's garden, and then ran back through a couple unfenced backyards, and then made it back to my house. We jumped back over a fence and ended up in my backyard. So we ran into the house, and then just looked out the window. We didn't end up seeing him again. We stayed there for a couple minutes, Snapchatted it, and then Patrick said he wanted to go home, so we made sure the coast was clear. We looked out the windows, and then so we all walked him home. We crossed the street to get to his house, and then we turned around and we saw the guy. He didn't have his dog. Actually, he had a dog when we were running, but then he didn't have his dog anymore, and then so we ran as fast as we could back to Patrick's house, not even looking. Patrick's house is like a double. It used to be like one big house, and then it's like cut in half, kind of. So we ran to Patrick's house, and then we just stayed there, checked to see if the guy went by that way, and then we said bye to Patrick and everything, and then we looked again, and he was like running that way towards Max Milk, down at the end of our road, and then we went out to look, and then Patrick's neighbor in front of him, she was out there at the time, and she asked if we were running, like hiding from that guy, and we told her what happened, so she walked us home, and then she walked us home. We told her what happened. She told us to go inside, call your parents, because they weren't home at the time, and then call your parents and everything. Lock the doors, so we did what she said, locked the doors, turned all the lights off, ran up to Colton's room, and we called my mom, and then she sent Greg over, Colton's dad, and then a couple minutes later, we saw the guy again going towards, running and walking towards Patrick's house, looking around, obviously looking for us, and then yeah, so we just kind of hid in Colton's room for a bit until Greg's dad got home. Then we ran downstairs. No, went downstairs just to get a drink because I was really thirsty. And then Greg's dad came home. Colton's dad came home, not Greg's dad. I was saying
It's your
Greg's dad. Huh?
Greg, your dad and my dad.
Yeah. So he came home. And we drove around looking for the guy. We saw him. What we did was he was down the road by where the apartment building that we were hanging around at was, and then we drove by him. He didn't see us, and then we went through an intersection, pulled a U-turn, and then turned our lights off, and we saw that he turned down the road towards Max again, and then we just drove to our parents' friend's house where they were when all this happened. And yeah, so they just drove us here, and I made this video. So yeah, kind of scary. Me and Patrick going dirt biking tomorrow, but yeah.
Yeah, make sure you make a video of that.
Yeah, well, I want to get a camera mount for my GoPro to put on my helmet, but diaper dog. So yeah, subscribe to Pizza Lover 047, not 04. And yeah, like, subscribe, and we'll keep you updated, and yeah, peace out.